it's a stereotype for girls have it easy because, I mean, I could convince pretty much anybody to fuck me, but, you know, to get them to fuck me more than once, now that really, that's the challenge, right? You know? So, but I'm terrible at dating, you know, and online dating is the worst. I don't know if anybody saw the Tinder Swiffer documentary, but I saw it and I was like, you know what, maybe I should get back on Tinder. And Tinder is a sad place, you know, but it is a good place to get a dick pic if you're looking for one. And my friend sent me a dick pic the other day, and she sends me a lot of dick pics. So, and I like to analyze them. And so I'm looking at this dick pic, and I was like, God damn. This dick looks like it has seen some shit. Like this dick needs its own barstool at the BMW. You know, like it might have PTSD, we're not sure. But you know, it's a real blue collar looking dick. Like this dick's gonna get the job done, but probably has some intimacy issues and doesn't really like a finger in the ass. But speaking of a finger in your ass, I don't know if anybody's been on Grindr. And I was on Grindr, and this is a whole other story. I'm not gonna get into that. But I was on Grindr, and this guy's profile picture of his asshole was so tastefully done. Honestly, I was impressed. Like, the lighting was great. It was like perfectly shiny, like perfectly bleached too. And I've been wanting to bleach my asshole for a while now, so I was impressed. And I was like, I feel like I want to reach out to him just to get in touch with his photo team because if they could make his asshole look that nice, imagine what they could do with my face. You know, like maybe I might have a chance at that point. But I mean, has anybody ever started a relationship knowing that it was a terrible idea, like from day one? Because am I the only one? No.
Yeah.
The opposite,
She knows, but you didn't. It was a surprise for you. I feel like that probably happens a lot. But yeah, no, I knew it was a terrible idea from day one, but I was like, okay, YOLO, do it anyway. So I'm in that relationship, and we get in some weird drunk fight about me like touching too many elbows or something. And at one point he's like yelling at me, and he's like, I hope you die choking on a dick. And I was like, you know what? So do I. And if you could just do one thing for me, when you write an obituary, could you make sure that they include that I died doing what I love? Because it would really mean a lot. Just include that in there. And I was actually kind of proud of that because I felt like it was, you know, it was off the top, but I thought it was really funny. So I was like bragging to my friend about it later, and I was like, what if like I remember some TV character named Choke Dick? And she was like, yeah, it's the teacher from South Park. And I was like, fuck, you're right. So I Google it, and as it turns out, I was like, shut the front door. This character's first name is Diane, which is also my name, so it's Diane Choke Dick. And I was like, obviously this is meant to be. I'm gonna die chewing on a dick, and he didn't really think that was funny when I got him. But I was still laughing about it, so. And let's see. And I mean, and breakups are always hard, right? When you're in that, you know, when you don't die chewing on a dick, and you're ready to break up. You know, breakups are always tough, right? And everybody's got that friend that's in like a 2-year breakup scenario, right? And like your dude's always complaining to me about all this fucked up shit that she does to him all the time. And I'm like, yeah, I know her too. So not surprised. And at one point I actually made him a Purple Heart, and I was like, thanks for your assistance. And but then he'd always be like, but she's my soulmate. She's my soulmate. She's the one. And I'm like, wait, hold on a second. Are you telling me that you can get a shitty soulmate? Because I always pictured that my soulmate would be like nice to me and stuff, you know, like, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it's not like you ever get confirmation that you found your soulmate. It's like you have a soulmate fairy that's gonna come down. And I do, if I didn't have one, I kind of want it to be Danny McBride from Eastbound and Down. Kenny Powers. So I would like to hear news from him. I think that would be worth it. But they're gonna come down and be like, oh yeah, you know, congratulations, this is the one. You found it. And that said, enjoy the good times while you last, because this person's also gonna destroy your life. So yeah, enjoy it while it lasts. And you know, everybody likes to imagine that perfect relationship, and we all get indoctrinated at a young age, you know. Like I had Barbies when I was growing up, and I don't know if anybody had this Barbie. Shout it out if you did. But I had Side Barbie. Has nobody knows Side Barbie? Yeah, she comes with a Honda Civic in a one-bedroom apartment. And you know, I just kind of hang out and wait for Malibu Barbie to go out of town. And then Ken will come over and pretend that he's in love with me and fuck me, and then there you go, you do it all over again. So, you know, sometimes I do feel like all my dreams are coming true. But, you know, it's not turning out exactly like I imagined. Politics, and not to divide the room, because obviously politics are so divisive these days. And I do struggle with it a lot because I was born a Republican, but I identify as a Democrat. So I don't even know what backwards means anymore. It's really confusing. And I don't know if anybody had a chance to see that Alabama congressman read. He's all about the book ban, right? Very concerned about the reading materials that our youth is exposed to in elementary school. And I do recommend watching the whole video because he's wearing like a light colored suit and he's got like this southern accent and like just the whiteness of him. It's perfect. It's hilarious. And he's like, I just got my new strap on in the mail today. And it fits my favorite dildo perfectly. I can't wait to have your dick in my mouth. I'm gonna give you the blowjob of your life. End quote. And this is, this is in Congress. And that actually, if you watch the whole quote, that's actually the less explicit quote that he reads. And I just like to think about like his staffers and his interns at the office that work for him, and he's like, listen, I need you guys to go out and find me the most explicit book about gay sex you can find for children. And then they're like in a conference room, sitting around this big table, and they're all there like presenting their findings, and he's like, nope, not gay enough. Next. And then he's like, yep, this is the one. This is the winner. We're gonna read this before Congress. And then his whole like thing that he's real concerned about is like, are we gonna let our librarians be the ones that are gonna be the gatekeepers of whether or not our children are exposed to this? Which is, I mean, valid question, because I don't know if you guys remember, but I mean, my elementary school librarian was constantly pushing this gay material. I mean, my first gangbang was like book of the month, at least 4 months running. So, but you know, at the end of the day, I was prepared for my first gangbang. So, not sure who's wrong here. You know, it's a tricky. There's a gray area for everything, right? And let's see, where do I go from here? truly like sharing my number on some list because I'm getting text messages from all of them, and I think they're hilarious. And at one point I got this text message from some candidate, I didn't even know who it was, and they're like, Patriot, I have personally put your name forward for a Lifetime Achievement Award. And I was like, finally, someone's fucking paying attention because I got 3 text messages a week from you, and this is obviously well deserved. And if my award ceremony is going to be at Black Times and there, I do accept your offer. And I don't know if anybody has had the opportunity to watch Donald Trump or listen to Donald Trump's testimony from his civil rights trial in New York, because his argument is rock solid, which is you're just not going to read time. Like, I'm raped, but obviously, why would I rape you? Like, you're clearly not hot enough for me to rape. Come on, though. And I mean, it does take you back for a second, because you're like, okay, obviously don't want to be raped, but I still want to be a rape. Right? I mean, come on. You want to be rapable, but just not raped? So, fine line, you know, which is why he still should be president, I think. Just so we can find out what happened. But, and, you know, in the trial, she was raped in the dressing room for both of them. And, I don't know if anyone's ever been on the website wholehander.com, but Macy's dressing rooms are frequently featured. So you can get some dick there, but, at Bergdorf's, I think you expect full service. So, you know, you think, you know what I mean? Like, you're expecting a little bit more at Bergdorf's than Macy's, or even Nordstrom, I think. But, yeah, so that's my whole set. And it seems like you guys are going to